Well, my name is Tony Levy. I joined B'nai B'rith because I was a visitor, no, that's not the word, an immigrant from South Africa in 1978. I came to Melbourne not knowing anybody at all. And it seemed like a good idea to join B'nai B'rith and get to know some people and maybe get some friends. And that's certainly what I did. B'nai B'rith was exceptionally good to me. Even before I joined, someone I knew who was a member of B'nai B'rith arranged for us to get pots and pans and a few things that we needed, because all our goods and chattels were on the water at that stage. So we arrived with nothing, and we needed just the basics of life, and a lot of B'nai B'rith members got together and provided it for us. I arrived in 1978. I had come from South Africa rather suddenly, as it turned out. I had visited Australia in May 1977 with a group of, would you believe it, dentists. I'm not a dentist, I'm a lawyer by training, but I came with friends who were dentists, and we had decided that we were going to come to live in Australia. So I arrived here, as I said, knowing nobody at all, and then set out to make a life for myself. I had to find a job first of all, and I was able to do that within 4 weeks, and I then sent for my family, my wife and 3 children, and they joined me here. When I first went into B'nai B'rith, I became a member of Shalom Unit. Shalom Unit was very active in those days, and there were a lot of activities, and I joined and did whatever activities there were, and I quickly became an integral part of Shalom, and I progressed up the ladder of leadership as secretary, as second vice president, as first vice president, and eventually as president. I instituted something called Click Against Hate, which was a program which still operates very successfully, teaching children at Jewish day schools what to do when they encounter anti-Semitism or anti-Israel feeling on the internet. And that, I think, is one of my major achievements, that I started that. Well, Click Against Hate, as I indicated, is a program which goes to the Jewish day schools and which tells children at the Jewish day schools how they could fight against, how they should react to anti-Semitism on the internet or anti-Israel feeling on the internet. And it's taught by someone employed by the ADC, who goes to the schools and teaches some of the senior classes about this. The ADC has an annual oration. It's called the Gandel Oration because John Gandel finances it. It's been very successful in the past. We've had many interesting and attractive to the audience, that is, speakers or orators starting 30 years ago with Michael Kirby, and over the years we've had some Malcolm Fraser was a previous orator. Bob Hawke was a previous orator. In recent years we've been getting orators from overseas, and this year our orator was Deborah Lipstadt, who was absolutely amazing as an orator. And we had 800 people at the St Kilda Town Hall, and everyone said that this was one of the most inspiring things that they'd ever seen. She was really great.